Oh, hey, Quattro. Thanks for the super early hydrate. In fact, you know what? Quick break from posting links. Hey, Key. Way too many honking noises. There are never enough honking noises. Hang on. Quick thing. I'm going to try doing my tea slightly different today. So, you'll notice this teacup is empty. A problem. But problems have solutions. Because, you see, I've realised I own more than one thermos. Long story, I use them for different things usually. So I've got 2 thermoses of tea and a smaller cup. So now I can just keep drinking this. Sophisticatedly or otherwise. And, yeah, it's mostly going to be warm. Anyway, just going to sort those links out and I'll be right back. Yep, and I'll just give Nikki a quick shout out. Because we love a Nikki on this channel. And thank you for the know you. Okay, I forgot to mute my mic again. Sorry if I've been breathing into it. Mostly typing noises, which are perfectly fine. Ah, fair enough then. Yeah, I was literally watching a video from a YouTube channel that was putting my recommendations, which seems to have basically had a successful video that got big. And it was based all about, well, it looks like the video that got big was about unintentional trans representation. And the one that was sort of fed to my algorithm was one about intentional. So I've watched both of those. That was quite interesting. This is how I know that there's a cat girl in Xenoblade 2 is a trans icon. Which, you know, that tracks. Quattro, you drink your energy drink out of a jade Chinese teacup. You're trying to reach peak culture. You're not valid. Oh, here's an invoked quote number 268. Every JRPG needs a cat girl. It's just in the rules. Yep, it's true. Anyway, I'll just go to the main screen. So today, no, I'm not wearing a Tiefling cosplay because I was waiting for a package and I kind of realised, you know, I do cosplay for fun. Why rush myself? So yep, you just get human, question mark, today. I'm thinking, yeah, after I've got my webcam funded, I might make my next funding, instead of making it to fund something specific, I might just make it like, if I can fund so much, I'll dress as a cat girl for a month or something. I mean, I dressed as a cat girl last month unprompted, denying the allegations, but still. But yeah, I've got, I think it's Tetley Red Bush tea, vanilla flavoured. Which it's okay. I think the vanilla flavour's a bit overpowering. But I've got some nicer tea on order. And anyways, let's get this stream going. Or otherwise I'm just going to be yapping into the camera. Oh yeah, something else I noticed. Connecting my controller actually has a pop-up, Steam pop-up now. Although for some reason it thinks it's my 8-bit Dozen Xbox controller. Hey Nerlis. How's it, Nerlison? Anyway, just need to hook everything back up again, because of course I was streaming some Baldur's Gate through the delightful end of this yesterday. Okay, there we go. You should have visual and audio. There we go. Nikki, you remember the last time someone wrote you a letter and had to add a 4th postscript? Or in short, pss, 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 pss. Quattro, damn it Nintendo, where's your remake of this? You're right and you should say it. Like, we haven't had a Golden Sun game since Dark Dawn on the DS, and that was disappointing. Come on Nintendo, bring back the series. I mean, Dark Dawn was sort of kind of disappointing just because it... Like, this is actually a pretty decent open world. Oh, Dark Dawn didn't exist, it's a lie. Silly me. Notice, you had D&D last night, split the party while having everyone go invisible to flee an unwinnable fight without coordinated direction first. They have the same end goal though, and it's a big landmark. Anyway, something should be at the top of this. There's something cracked inside the ice. Okay, I was expecting a dungeon, but it looks like it's not a dungeon. I need to come back with something. Let's explore this continent a bit more then. Notice, next week you're only a relatively reasonable 2 DMPC party members, at least for a bit. I need to parch the water at the entrance. Oh. Kind of weird I haven't run into any random encounters. Yeah, in my defense, it's not always entirely clear when you can parch water. Oh yeah, I see the stairs. Notice, you know what they say? Parch the water at the entrance. I don't think I've heard that you know, word of wisdom, but I'll remember it constantly from now on. Ooh, mirror effect. I wonder how they did the mirror in this. For 3D games, they often just make literally a double of the entire room and have that appear in the mirror. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that I'll acquire something useful. Okay, living armor. No, there's something, the more the mirror. Yep, on reflection. Like, to be fair, I say mirror, it's clearly supposed to be like a very shiny piece of ice. The shiniest of ice. Treasure. Okay, I can't get that way yet. Need a leg? Me when I was a kid, when I was a closeted kid who started sewing. More chests. Oh, chat briefly disconnected there, but it's back now. Oh no. The worst part of any JRPG. A sliding ice puzzle. Okay, I've got a mint. Who needs higher agility? Piers. Quattro. Sliding ice puzzles are the best. I'm not going to dignify that with an answer. Okay, let's try going the other way for a bit. Oh. Actually, that's a bit simpler. Yep, I got some money. Money's always nice. Notice, you'll take a sliding ice puzzle over a long maze with random encounters any day of the week, especially if the sliding puzzle doesn't have random encounters. Yeah, to be fair, that's a small mercy. Oh. Interesting. Okay, literally no way to get into that little bottom slot. Quattro, bottom slot. Yes, I said the words bottom slot. Whatever would that be of any note? Quattro, redeeming Brie. Bottom slot. Icky, you 100% heard the words bottom slot and you can't prove otherwise. Well, yeah, but it's just the words bottom slot, so what? It was like a slot at the bottom of the map. What else was I supposed to call it? Wait. Okay, so the solution was just to go from the other side. Through the top slot. Anyway, I just need to do a bit of a pounding here. Oh, thanks for the posture check, Maxting. Also, welcome back to the chat. And hydrate in my teacup. Maxing. So you just need to do some pan. Wait, so I just need to do some panning here? Obligatory, that's what she said. Huh. Well, yeah. I did indeed say that. Okay, we're going to pound that to get to this chest. Oh wait. I could have just gone for the left one. Oh well. Oh yep, hard nut. Okay, who needs hard defense? Yes, sir, Quattro. Hard nut. The things the game didn't think of at the time. I don't know, like, what's weird about hard nuts? Is it like a strange material? Like, you know how you have, like, hardwood and softwood? Ooh, Captain's Break. Notice at what point does Faye lose plausible deniability? Plausible deniability for what? Okay, eliminate enemies' bonuses. Kind of like the opposite for restore. Maxting, you think hard and softwood are comparable? Quattro, lots of softwood where you live, mainly white pine. Notice all palms over where you are. Oh yeah, I think you're based in Florida, aren't you, Nolus? white pine, I believe, is emblematic of the Midwest of America. Sort of like your Twin Peaks and Life is Strange area. No, wait, no. The Pacific side. That's it. You also have hardwood, too, like oak and ash. Fun fact. Trees are actually, well, basically, while you know a tree when you see a tree, it's not a specific type of plant. It's just there's a lot of species of flora sort of realised that having a woody stem was a good thing. So fun fact, a oak tree has more in common with a dandelion than another species of tree. Okay, this is the way I came. Maxting, Twin Peaks' Pacific Northwest, temperate rainforest. Oh yeah, my character for Nick's Uplift stream was a djinn. Okay, target locked. Quatra. The sugar maple has more in common with pancakes. Yeah, interestingly enough, you can actually eat more than one type of tree syrup. Maple syrup is just the best known. Maxting, Gravity Force 2, a lot of filming for shows like The X-Files and Stargate History on. Yeah, like the Pacific Northwest seems to be like the spoopy area of America. And again, I suppose a temperate rainforest is kind of an interesting concept. I don't know if there are many others, because obviously, like, it's got the sort of forest I'd associate with, like the cooler parts of Britain, but it's technically a rainforest. Quatra, a lot of the X-Files was filmed in British Columbia. Maxting, as far as you know, British Columbia is part of the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, I know, Twin Peaks is set in Washington, and I think Life is Strange is set in a nearby state. It's like, it was heavily inspired, but you know, you don't want to copy the homework too much now, do you? Okay, maybe I should just focus on getting myself to through here and see what I can find. Okay, that gives me an out. Okay, don't want to copy the homework too much, eh? Lasson just saw the end of Deadly Premonition. I mean, spoilers for Deadly Premonition, but one thing they did fail to do was realise the trans character was meant to be sympathetic. But, you know, I could talk about Swery's understanding of, well, sort of history of writing trans characters until my face goes blue. Like, he made Deadly Premonition, got criticised, made J.J. Macfield, and yeah, then he sort of regressed a bit for the sequel. Not that J.J. Macfield doesn't have its issues, but it's very clearly well-intentioned. Okay, here we've got some much more interesting puzzling to do. The real question is, how do I get there? Oh wait, I can push it. Okay, that wasn't quite right. Okay, the fact some worked really hard to make a 15-year-old game work that barely works on Windows work on Linux isn't as a mad lap and ungendered behaviour. If you recall correctly with the sequel, Swearer is keen to point out that it was his own mistake rather than the character thing. But then put out a half-assed fix. Yeah, basically. And to be honest, I kind of recall him getting a bit defensive about it. Although part of that could have been the language barrier. Deadly Premonition. It doesn't match one-to-one on Twin Peaks. Like, you've got a quirky investigator, but he's got his own sort of plot twists and what his entire deal is going on. Basically, the trans character in Twin Peaks, played by David Duchovny, was incredibly she was incredibly well written for the time, and you know, some might even say incredibly well written for the modern day. Okay. But yeah, without spoiling it, the trans character in sort of Deadly Premonition is one not really sort of clearly written as, like, you get the idea that they're sort of trying to be written as a transman, but they fall into some very sort of trans misogynistic tropes. Wait, am I supposed to... Icky, it still bothers you in that Twin Peaks The Return, the same scene that gives us Fix Your Hearts or Die, also involves David Lynch's character dead naming Denise to her face, which is an odd choice. Yeah. I still actually have to remind myself that a lot of cis people, even nominally trans allies, just don't understand that dead naming someone is just not something you do. Like, when I first came out, I basically ended up hearing the dead names of pretty much any trans person in cis people's social circles in the area. Luckily, I'm very bad with names, so I've forgotten them anyway. Okay. Puzzle resolved. I think they switched off encounters for this specific area, which is nice. He also came across as a very self-aggrandizing scene to you. Watcher, you end up just saying, "Hey, you." I think the best thing to say about David Lynch is he's basically trying to do his best. Feels like there should be something around here. Radin's Wrath. Rules of Nature plays faintly in the background. Reveal. It's a door. Wow, there's something. The burst brooch. Okay, what does burst do? Oh my god, it's literally the Zelda bomb. Oh, how I forgot that part of this game. Okay, so... Ooh, I can go back and use it and fix that ship. Okay, that's what this was for. Maxing, you love those comics and memes about being bad with names and trans folks. You think there was a great one done by House of Decline? Oh yeah, don't worry, I haven't forgotten the mouse gin. I'll work out how to get it now. Assuming, of course, there isn't another way to it. Maxting. Oh god, I haven't seen this person in years and have forgotten their name. Oh no. Hi. Hey, I'm using your name now. Oh, thank god. Quattro, you can't dead name me because all you know is Brie. It's true. I'm kind of thankful I never revealed my dead name online. Exactly, Maxting. Can't dead name me if you never know my name to begin with. To be fair, I think there's a couple of people who probably would dead name me if they could, but they're the kind of person you'd never bother to remember someone's name anyway. Now, how do we get ourselves this gin? Oh yes, I shall consult the guide. Here we are at Tandaria Tower. Find the ice puzzle with this gin. Start from the middle. Left, up, right. Okay. Left, up, right. Up, right. Left. Ah. Down, right, up. Save. Icky, they sound like turbo jerks. Yeah. Yeah, I thought you might say that. The Mars gin is Angie. No escape. And down it goes. And lovely. It connected to exactly the person I wanted to connect to. Counter an enemy's attack. Okay, that's probably going to be very situational, but very cool if it can be made to work. Now let's go back to the start. Maxting. ID, seen from Mason, Ikuku, Koyoko, Ontanashi, and Asuna Kujo are talking pleasantly. Koyoko is surprised. You remember his name? Asuna smiles and replies, I never forget a dog's name. Yeah. I feel like I'm missing some important context. Okay, so the person was being insulted because the other person doesn't remember people, only has trouble remembering people's names. Not in that scene. Their conversation was in fact pleasant and happy. Oh, okay. They were bonding over their common fondness for their dogs. Oh, okay, I guess it. So it's the other person's dog whose name was remembered. That makes more sense. I'll get you treasure chests, you mark my words. Unfortunately for me, I just can't remember names full stop, human or otherwise. As Nick knows from the fact I never remember the names of NPCs. Leading to an arc where I memorably had to keep asking him to remind me what the name of the NPC my character had a massive grudge against was. Anyway, let's blow this up. Silver feather? What does this do then? Okay, it's craftable. Lucky metal, we're getting a lot of those. Maxing. Actually, why you didn't need to change the topic, it always strikes you as narratively interesting that these two characters positioned as romantic rivals but got along extraordinarily well, and seem to find more common ground and solidarity than anything else. Just two women who narratively should be enemies, and are instead of mostly instantly friends. Okay, that's kind of nice. I guess, presumably the working question passed the Bechdel test. Ooh, lightning sword. Okay, it's only a slight improvement for the main character, so... If the dog's encounters a man, that conversation passes it with flying colours. PP draining attack. Ruse. Okay, maybe some time before we get to see this new weapons ability. But yeah, let's not forget the very thing we came here for. Yeah, the Bechdel test was originally a joke about trying to scrounge any lesbian representation more confined in film, which ironically means it doesn't itself pass the Bechdel test. The entire point of it was less analysing which movies had a good represent of women, and which and more pointing out the unlikelihood of any lesbian representation for a very long time. Because the entire point was obviously having like the context of not talking about a man was two women who could potentially be who could plausibly consider to be in a relationship with each other. What have we got here then? A centre prong. Sounds like we've got enough for a trident. Unless we need a handle. I suppose the two most well-known darks to watch out for strips are obviously the Bechdel test one and the one about the trans one. Blue Bolt. I remember I used to drink that a lot. It was like Sainsbury's own brand Red Bull. Notice, meanwhile, Fujoshi have been eating good since Gilgamesh and Kidu. I assume you don't mean the original characters from the Epic of Gilgamesh. Or the frames from Lancer. Maxting. The last panel is ambiguous, but it's literally two lesbians saying, "Want to go to my house and make popcorn?" Now you're talking. Given the context, you don't think they're making much popcorn. I mean, they could be doing both. Okay, what does Wheeze do? Wait, if I found... No, there's room for one more. Poison the first you strike. Useful. Okay, there's way more. Well, anyway. Now, at least you're very much meaning the OG Epic of Gilgamesh. Oh, wait, yeah. For some reason, I got my terms mixed up and thought Fujoshi meant fans of Yuri, not Yaoi. Yeah. Gilgamesh and Kiku are, like, very easy to read as a couple. To be fair, we don't have yeah, well, basically we don't have the full story because we only have fragments of it. It's literally one of the oldest recorded stories, so, and we only have a few sort of think of it this way. At some point, the Ancients stopped updating their fanfics. Yeah, it took long enough to translate it. And I say fanfics because it was probably a recorded version of an oral tradition that had many tellings. Because obviously the idea of an author claiming ownership of a work is a bit newer than people assume. Like, I think the first author to do it was actually the author of Don Quixote, because someone wrote a sequel he really did not like, because it kind of missed the parody. Okay, I forgot how long a trek that was. So in Chomper there was a forge, but there's okay, yeah. There's also a forge at oh yeah. Yeah, so we'll have that to Yalom. Is there anything else around here? That'll just lead me back to Garrow. Maxting, you recently finished watching Towards the Terror, an anime adapted from a manga by one of the women who literally invented the yaoi genre. Like as a genre of particular style and conventions. So the creator of those massive hands. Actually, I suppose that's more Clamp. At that, as much as you're enjoying Blue Comet SPT Leisner, it occurs to you it could be gayer. Yeah, this talk of animes reminded me I need to check out Witch Hat Atelier. Maxting. Witch Hat Atelier is really good so far. You're not far in though. Yeah, I heard really good things about the manga way back when. But you know, it takes me ages to read manga, so I've actually started reading the original sort of Ghost in the Shell, because obviously the new anime is going to be sort of more closely based on it. And like, I had heard it was a lot more comedic in tone than most of the adaptations, but I didn't realise how much that's true. Like, in Standalone Complex, there's a scene where there's a sort of a harrowing chase scene with a truck driver who realised he's had his mind hacked to more easily manipulate him and in his entire wife. Like, he believed he had a wife and child who just never existed. And they're just sort of looking at him with pity. Actually, I think that might have been in the movie as well. And in the same... Oh yeah, you're right, that was in the film, not Standalone Complex. Yeah, and obviously Bato and the Major are looking at him with sort of pity. Like, it happens very early on in the manga, but the entire thing's played for laughs. And it just shows him sort of talking to his colleague and being slightly irritated when his family are brought up again. Oh yeah, I've got a rusty staff. Any other rusty items? Okay, let's offer him the prong. Okay. So he can't do anything with those. Maxting, kind of like Akira, is a lot funnier in the manga, and the anime film got far generally more serious. Yeah, basically, the Ghost in the Shell movie was based on the last arc of the manga, which did get serious, while Akira is basically based on the first part of the manga, and then it sort of condenses the entire thing. So there's a lot of sort of more comedic stuff. Dragon Mace, interesting. Unleashes aging gas. Okay. Jenna's clearly getting a much better boost from this. Okay, Mist Saber. Is that better for anyone? Nope. Okay, let's sell all this old stuff for beer money then. Oh yeah, so fun fact, you can actually buy any artifacts you sell back again. I think. Maybe not. Maxting, not Akira the Akira manga was never just plain grim or sad. Yeah. Okay, I don't really need the smoke bombs. Anyway, yep, sold off that priceless artifact, don't worry about it. Wait, no I didn't. That's the Cloud brand. Oh yeah, don't need the turtle boots. Don't need the sacred feather. Exactly, Nihilus. Quote 209. Oh no, he's going to do a colonialism. Don't need the Demon Mace or the Thanos Mace. You should reread Akira. Fair enough. Okay, let's do some forging. Kind of miss the quality of life feature in Breath of Fire, where if an NPC's in your way, if you walk into them for a second, they'll move. Floating hat. Raises luck, resists wind. Okay, I don't think she's wearing a hat, so... Oh wait, yes she is. Okay, and let's see what we can get from the other one. Oh. That's the end of Flask 1. And thank you for the quote, Nihilus. Icky 2TA ASMR in one stream, truly a blessed day. And there's more to come. Sword. There's still a rapier. Unleashes Mad Zephyr. Okay, that's actually worse than everything we've got. Maxting, you're setting yourself up to have a hard time in Star Ocean in this playthrough. One of the first party members you can get is CS, or is that Kies, swordsman. Tough, effectual, but also an arsehole. Like, not without redeeming features, but still not kind of someone you'd personally like having around. And he's mutually exclusive with Ashley later, so you're not going to have him this time. However, that will make the next dungeon really hard. Sort of like choosing a Charmander as your starter in the original Pokemon. Because, like, obviously there's nothing... like, for Cerulean City, the second one, you can at least find a Pikachu in the Viridian Forest if you spend enough time looking. But, you know, you don't really have anything good against Brock. So you'll just have to sort of model your way through what you can find. Personally, I find the best strategy is to find a Pidgey, level it up till it learns Sand Attack, and that will reduce their accuracy by a lot. So you can basically avoid being hit. And then because they've got terrible special attack and special defense, hey, can I? Well, terrible special in general, because that's one stat in first gen. Okay, Self Rapier again. Maxing. Admittedly, at least those ground/rock types tend to have low defense, so even fire tends to be okay-ish. Exactly. So yeah, if you teach, well, if you level up Charmander enough, you get Ember, because it's against special. It'll still do decent damage even with the Max Sting. Brock was really phoning it in. What a rubbish gym leader. I mean, like, there is sort of a headcanon that gym leaders sort of adjust their team depending on how many badges the person they're fighting has. So, you know, he was probably... So, like, maybe he was only using 2 fairly low-level Pokemon just because you didn't have... you were literally the first gym leader you're challenging. Notice he had all those siblings he was busy trying to raise. That was in the anime and you know it. Yep, exactly, all those jelly donuts are expensive. Who was it, like, binging with Babish that did an episode where they made donuts that looked like sushi rolls? Okay, I think I'm basically stuck with the Sylph Rapier. Yeah. Interesting fact about supermarket donuts, different supermarkets use different jams. Okay, so my trident's no good here. Let's try Champa. So my employees, the co-op, sell jam donuts that have like an apple, raspberry and strawberry filling. Basically, it's sort of like a fruit flavoured jam. I think Tesco just used raspberry. If you want to go as fancy as strawberry, I think that's Marks and Spencer's, but don't quote me on that. Hey, don't know why, but my voice feels really weird today. Single fire to be. Oh yeah, I need to go back to Al Hafra and sort out the ship before I do anything else. So I'm pretty sure I can use my new abilities to do something about it now. Maxting. A friend yesterday was talking game ideas and suggested a 6 Degrees of Freedom shooter Metroidvania, and you've been idly thinking about it ever since. How'd that work? There aren't many examples of 6 Degrees of Freedom games. Descent, Overload, Everspace. Not sure I'm familiar. Aging gas. Maxing. Sorry, Icky. You try Metroidvania Descent, sure, the abilities might end up feeling a bit. This is a funny shaped key for this lock though. Maxting. The short of it is, there's no floor or ceiling, only walls. The maps are genuinely 3D, even the early installments. Icky, rather than something like Shine Spark, which overcomes an environmental obstacle. Yeah, if you stop have a Metroidvania, but everything's based on a okay, looks like I'll have to come to grips with this puzzle. Wait, I've got sand. Okay, I don't got sand. What am I missing here? Definitely got the rock, so I should be able to destroy it, but I don't know how to get to it. I mean, I've definitely got blast, so I could destroy the rock, but how? Okay, can't blow away the entire sea. You hate how stuff like poison or sleep become basically useless outside of trash mobs. Yeah. It's really annoying how all those status effects are kind of useless against bosses, and that's where you really want to use them, because anything else just doesn't last long enough. How do I move this box? Unless... Okay. Maxing Final Fantasy V splits the difference from that by being weird about what bosses are vulnerable to. I've been torturing myself with this box for so long. Yes. And I'm pretty sure I can use my new ability to complete this particular puzzle segment, so I need it. It's like, this crate I successfully shoved out of the way, but I have no idea if that's actually done anything here, if it was just something I needed off the sail. Like, if I can get this box in the water, I can hop over there and destroy that rock. But the only way I can move it is if I'm on this side, and then that blocks me from getting to the other side to move it. Okay, that's it. The rock in my way is presumably invincible. Yeah, I can only blow up the cracked rocks. Notice Code Vein, silly urban goth vampire Souls-like is pretty bad about statuses in your opinion. All statuses have build-up bars, but most bosses are immune to most statuses, and no enemy tanks. Enough hits for the bars build up, only found yourself having a spot to use them while grinding bosses you've already beaten. That sucks. Okay, here we are. Al-Hafra. Here we are. Someone who had the same problem back in 2005. Okay, so there's a log. Oh, okay, now I know what to do. So, what I've been doing wrong this entire time is there's a log over here I should have dealt with. how they do the rope animations. So hop all the way over here. You can ride the log. Okay, I don't ride the log, I just climb up there. And hop over. Walk all the way back round. Alright everyone, we've done it. I think that's done. Hey, the block on the mast has disappeared. Hey, now we can raise the mast and use the sail again. Hey mate, let's go tell the mayor the good news. Yeah, let's do that. Babu babu. Wait. Babu boo. What is it, Elio? What are you so excited about? Babu boo boo. It's true. The block down that was pinning the mast down is gone. You were the one who did it, weren't you? Maybe. I knew you would do it someday. Still, Briggs will be pleased when he hears about this. Well then, let's go tell him. I still just can't quite believe that the stone block on top of the mast has totally vanished. I'm telling you, Mayor, I saw it with my own eyes. I mean, I didn't see it. It's gone. If you don't believe us, you can go see it for yourself. What? Whoa, hey! It's gone. That huge block really is gone. Excellent news, Mayor. Unfortunately, the Mayor of Madra will probably try to take it from us now. But that can wait. Who was able to move the block? Maxing, you weren't looking, how'd I fix it? Oh, basically there was a stone and a log I had to move that was also on the mast. I didn't realise I could just use move across the gap to move the stone out of the way. Oh no, by moving the log into the water, it let me move the crate, walk all the way around again, and move it from the top. Brioche! Brioche, did you do this? Surprised to see us, Mayor? Did you do this? We left Al Hafra some time ago, but we just returned and destroyed the stone block. Exploring? What brought you back to Al Hafra right now? Brioche had a hunch we might be needed here. Not to interrupt, but shouldn't we begin repairs on your ship now? Oh yes, you're right, of course. Gather the townspeople and get them to work on the mast. Yes, sir, we're on our way. We shouldn't need too many people to raise the mast. All right, I'm counting on you. Destroying that stone must have been quite a challenge. Exactly, Maxting. We just really wanted to break the block. Why don't you come back to my manor to get some rest? Okay. You're too kind, Mare. We'd be happy to. Exactly, Maxting. 2 people died moving the mast. Thank you again, Mare. You keep a fine house. Don't be silly. You've done us a great deed. It was the least I could do. Even if he gets the boat fixed, I don't think he's going to hand it over to Madra. I agree. He's being way too nice for me not to be a little suspicious of him. I'm sorry. Did you girls have something you'd like to share with us? I see. What kind of conversation are they having? Gia, how are the repairs coming along? Things seem to be moving slowly down there. My lord, think these things take time. Sir, there's a problem. Calm down, Mad. You're a soldier. What are you so flustered about? Briggs destroyed the prison and escaped with his pirates. Well, okay then. What? Were you asleep while this was going on? Don't be silly. How could Briggs possibly break out of our prison? It's one of the strongest in Oceania. I don't know what happened, but before I knew it, they'd smashed a hole in the wall. Meh, the mast has been raised. Oh no. Hey, what's up? Wait, you're supposed to be guarding the prisoners. What happened? Somehow, Briggs has returned. That's no good. Well, what are you standing around for? Search the area. Find Briggs at once. It might not be it might not be quite that easy. He is a pirate after all, a famous one. Enough of that, move it. Regardless, I'm going to inspect my boat. I think we're on what's about to happen here. Oh, and Brioche and his crew were there too, weren't they? I treated you like an honoured guest in my home. Usually one feels a certain obligation to those who do them such kind service, am I right? So don't just stand there, return the favour and find me Briggs. Come on, hurry up, let's go, move it. Let's go to see the boat. The mayor of Al Hafra certainly does know how to look out for his own interests, doesn't he? That's one way of putting it. Well, so what do we do? Do we go after Briggs? Heck no. I'm not a cop. That's right. Why should we help the mayor after the way he treated you? Brioche can decide for himself what to do. At the very least, I want to go see the sailing ship now that it's fixed. Let's just go outside and take a quick look. Briggs is so stealing that ship, isn't he? That's you. Where have you been? We haven't seen you around Al-Hafra lately. Brioche must have found himself a boat. Isn't that what brought him to Al-Hafra in the first place? Pardon me? Oh dear. Briggs' pirates, they attacked us at the ship. Stupid Briggs. Briggs said the boat was his, and to be honest, they had paid for it, but... Why do these things always happen to me? Just came down to see the repaired mast, and they just jumped on me from nowhere. Briggs! Briggs, where are you taking my boat? He's attempting to steal it. Thief! Thief! You call me a thief? I paid for this boat fair and square. I'm no thief. I mean, you'd kind of steal the money to pay for it in the first place. You're the thieves. You tried to take our boat away after we paid you so much for it. You're the one who stole our boat. Ahoy, Briggs! Oh, it's Brioche. You're not afraid of them, are you? Look how far away they are. There's no way they can catch us now. It's not like they have some sort of magical boat at their disposal. You're right. They're stuck on the land and we got this boat. They can't catch us. What do? Swim? You're right. They can't board us from way over there. Wasn't there something you wanted to do next time you saw Brioche? Don't tell me you forgot. It's all you ever talked about when you were in jail. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. So now's your chance. Do what you swore to do. There. 10 out of 10. Very petty. Is that the best you could come up with? But Cha-Cha, they're an awfully tough bunch. See, it's the attitude right there. That's why you'll never amount to anything. You know what? You're right. Hey, Brioche, you guys take care. And keep our Hafra safe from thieves and pirates. And politicians, too. What? I doubt we'll ever meet again, but if we do, remember this. Nina, Nina, Nina. Nina, Nina, Nina. Nina, Nina, bleh. That might have been a bit much. If you make him mad, he might chase us right back to Champa. Be sure it would be a shame if that happened. What? You let Briggs get away? You and your friends talk a good game, but when trouble happens, where are you? Well, isn't this a fine mess? My prized ship, stolen by a bunch of filthy pirate scum. Get up. They're gone and you let them escape. Wow, this guy's kind of a... You guys have already botched this one. It ruins everything. If this was Breath of Fire 2, he'd turn into a demon right now and we'd have to boss fight him. You all ought to be ashamed. All of you are cowering, while I was the only one to stand up to them. All of you. I'm going back to my manor. And you, Brioche, I'm extremely disappointed in you. The freak did I do? There will be no reward for you, Brioche. You let that brig steal my ship. You're lucky I didn't lock you up in his stead. I've had enough of this. Don't you just stand over there with your mouths gaping? Get out of here. We don't have a boat, so there's no reason for anyone to be here at the port. Return to town. What an awful person. Do you suppose he's always this self-centered? Have you ever met a rich person? Yes, he's terribly irritating. You're quite right, Brioche. I'd wager Briggs is returning to Champa, personally. Well, it doesn't matter. I think we've had enough of this town. Shall we be leaving? Not yet. Yes, well, if you still have business to attend to here. All right, but the sooner we leave, the better. Lead on, Brioche. Right. Briggs came through here and disappeared into the forest, scared the pants clean off me. Okay, let's do some exploring. Again. Yes, the way is clear. Okay, can I parch that? No. So I can. Okay, we got 777 coins, we got a potion, and we got a side crystal. Delightful. Okay, we're on the other side of this chasm. Oh, that's how he got out. And we've got some power bread. Well, now we know how he escaped. Okay, from the gist of the chat, you're all talking about a specific item from Code Vein. More or less, yeah. Fair enough. Anyway, I guess we're going to Champa. Definitely a good thing I took the diversion now. Notice. Good day, mate. Look at the injuries, Ned. Regarding that's how he got out. Okay, time to break into the next thermos. Hey, this is the one I normally use. This is an actual thermos brand thermos, and it's normally the one I use for soup, but you can put other stuff in it. Like, it comes with a little spoon and everything. Right, that was unfortunately a lot quieter. Maxting by Sex Super ASMR. Oh no, that's for Lancer streams. Icky. A mere 2 to ASMR due to lowered volume. Yeah. It's got a much wider pore, so Notice, didn't read The Last Continent. The Discworld novel. Nope, I kind of fell off the Rincewind books. Yeah. I think the last Rincewind book I read was actually Faust / Eric. A barber is the last possessor of the ancient secrets of the Ankol, a lost civilization. There's nothing she can't fix, no matter how broken it is. She's quite the blacksmith. Is a barber in a good mood now, or what? I noticed the change as soon as Briggs returns. If you've got something to ask her, now's the time to ask. Now, nobody has to do anything he or she doesn't want to do. We owe Briggs a lot of thanks. Nobody really likes to play the role of a pirate. I'm sure everyone is glad they don't have to anymore. Briggs came back with a giant load of food. I've never been so full. It feels great. Briggs is so generous. He told me to eat and eat and eat and eat, so I did. Those bags are full of food for the people of Champa. Briggs gave them to us. All of our stock houses are so full of food, they just left the extra out here. Briggs fought the odds to bring us jewels and food. He's an amazing leader. If Champa gets enough money, maybe we can stop it with the pillaging and looting. Yeah, basically it's got Faust and then it's crossed out and there's a second title. I want to play with Aelio, but he never comes down to the harbour anymore. Okay, I guess there's something I can do with that rock. Okay, we're just going to stay at the inn. Okay, we're at 1 hour 53 minutes. But yeah, it's called Eric in the UK as well. Like, the entire thing is, its title is Faust crossed out Eric. Whoa, you're Brioche. What, really? It's Brioche. You're awfully persistent, aren't you? Briggs, get out of here. BioChe is here to finish you off. Was that BioChe? Was that BioChe here? Oh no. Oh no, it's really him. I've got to get out of here. Oh, time to go beat him up, I guess. Alright, I surrender, but I'll only go back to Al-Hafra. Oh, sorry, I'll go back to Al-Hafra, but only if Briggs is going. He's after our ship, isn't he? That no-good thief mayor must have sent him. Why do you have to be so stubborn? Quit following us, you big bully. Maybe if I pretend he's not there, he'll go away. I'll unify him. He's got creepy powers. Icky, your brain still wants to pronounce the protagonist's name to rhyme with epoch. Yeah, I like BioChe. BioChe. To be fair, his canon name is actually Felix. I'd rather fight than go back to jail. Bring it back, bring it on, sissy boy. Okay, you can't say that. Briggs said the guy who captured him was some amazingly tough thug named BioChe. But I don't know if this really is him. He doesn't look like the bad guy Briggs said he was. You're BioChe, aren't you? You've come to bring in Briggs, haven't you? It'll be so much easier just to go back to jail. Yeah, they can't beat me if I surrender. Okay, looks like we're going to have to do some stuff. Why is everyone so scared of you? You don't look so tough. He's not so tough. Why is everyone running away? Just thump him good and be done with it. If you so much as touch me, I'll bite your nose off. What's he staring at? Sheesh. This guy's a total lech. Okay, awkward. Leaving. Icky. Felix. Felix. Really needs to sort of learn to pronounce that particular syllable properly. It appears in Welsh a lot, and I need to get the pronunciation down. Did you really think you could come storming into Champa? Briggs is home without a fight. Yeah. Why did Briggs just run away because like a little baby just because this guy showed up? Yep, already checked this part. Okay. Oh, come on, I'm not doing anything. Leave me alone. Briggs is pretty tough. This guy must be a serious monster if he can beat the captain. Hold it right there. So, BioChe, you've come. Don't assume I'll go easy on you this time. Is that boy him, the mighty warrior you told me about? I told you didn't look like much, Grandma. Weren't you even listening to me? Well, you told me that his name is BioChe and he is a mighty warrior. He doesn't look like the sort of person who's interested in stealing our jewels, though. Exactly, Nailus. Stop right there, protagonist scum. But that's not the point, Grandma. If you don't destroy him now, he's going to take me away, take me far away, and you won't ever see me again. Oh, now he doesn't look like the kind of boy you'd do that. If he takes me away, poor Aelio will be so sad. What do you say about that, huh? Okay, Briggs is really beginning to annoy me now. Maxting. Game Oververse coded statement. Yeah, I need to watch the Game Oververse pilot. I mean, I'm kind of disappointed at the character designs, because it looks like they've sort of, they seem to have sort of backslid compared to what I'm sort of used to seeing from Glitch in this, like they're just making the maybe it's a deliberate video game parody, but like all the women characters seem to be conventionally attractive, and the men are just sort of you know, have actually interesting designs. Still, I'll give it a chance. Oh, that's just not fair. You know I can't deny my darling great-grandson. I don't see why I should be the one to get you out of this mess, but I can't bear to see Elio sad. Grandma, please. Oh, right. Listen, you have no idea what you're getting into. I think you'd better leave. No. Stubborn, are you? Oh, well, if it's going to be that way, get ready for your medicine. Heart of the earth, fury of the forge's flames, grant me power. Okay, boss fight. Okay, I'll save that for a bit. Let's throw down the defensive ones. Poison it. Always fun. Activate a watery shield. Maxting. Poor Elio will be so sad. No, they won't. Elio thinks you suck. You mean Game Over Versus and by the same crew as the other things are? Yeah, I think most of the projects, Glitch's projects, are headed by different creators. Like Gooseworks produced The Amazing Digital Circus and Murder Drones. Oh, and Murder Drones had a different showrunner. Launch a powerful team strike, don't mind if I do. Rally your allies to boost agility. Number foe with a lightning strike. Blind enemy with fog. Okay, that's a big agility boost. Activate the healing one. Counter an enemy's attack. Why not? Okay, that's not good. Okay, it's snoozing. Let's unleash the summons. Max saying you won't be able to hear the stream for a moment. Lovey's in the mood for a U10 open feed, and it turns out so you. Fair enough. Enjoy. Okay, it's awake again. We're just casually subbing in a meteor down here, blowing up the earth. Don't worry about it. Should really do something about Pierce being paralysed, but I don't know if I've got... Here we go. Max saying you don't think you have the heart to rewatch U10 very soon, though. That one episode of the Fisheye Lens, so much of it scene where it's mostly U10 talking to the camera, which is not the camera but rather the person through the whose eyes we're seeing, made you sick and sad. It was very well done. Yeah, some... Problem is, a lot of very well made stuff can be really hard. Star Mine. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Well, let's unleash the apocalypse. Just reading about the apocalypse, nothing to see here. Interesting. The way spell area effect works in this game is so interesting. There we go. And Shiva's leveled up. My salamander! You beat my salamander! I thought he was unbeatable. Oh, how could this be? How do you do that? What are you? Grandma, what's going on? I thought you were going to protect me. What do you mean? I'm doing? What am I doing? I've done everything I can. Grandma, he's going to take me away. He's the bad guy. You have to do something. I'm sorry, Briggs, but you'll have to fight him yourself. What? You heard me? I'm through pampering you. You'll have to get out of this yourself. But Grandma, look at him. I mean, look at what he can do. I know, dear, but there's nothing I can do to help. You don't want him to take you away, do you? But what about poor Radio? Alright. Excuse me, there seemed to be a small misunderstanding. Yeah, I didn't like standing here listening to a pirate call us the bad guys. Pirate? My Briggs? He stole a ship from Al Hafra and escaped from their jail. A ship we helped fix. Briggs, is this true? Oh, but Grandma, they... We should tell you, we're not here to take Briggs back to Al Hafra. So you've decided you don't want to run errands for the mayor of Al Hafra? Yep. Good. That greedy bag of hot air can do his own dirty work for all I care.
Briggs? Piracy? Why?
Get him.
Grandma, it's not like you think. These guys, they... Briggs, you just hush up. It all makes sense now. The gems, the food, your absence. What do you mean? What makes sense? They're telling the truth. And you, Briggs, you've been lying to me this whole time. You're gonna take their word over your own grandsons. You got that right. I should have known better than to believe you, you scoundrel.
You only did it for Champa.
Chowcha. You came.
I heard that Brioche had shown up looking for you. I was worried.
What do you mean, Briggs? What do you mean Briggs did it for Champa? All of that food? Stolen goods?
No, we paid for anything we brought back with us.
But you stole a boat to do it, didn't you?
Unless you're gonna head out and in theory focus on work. Yep, you have a good one too. Catch you on the VOD as well. However long that ends up being. I think I can go to at least 3 hours.
Grandma, we found those jewels ourselves. We paid our half for well for that ship, didn't we?
Yep.
Your story has a ring of truth to it. Thank you, Brioche. Your honesty speaks well of you.
We were pirates for a short while, until we found the jewels. But if not for our efforts, Champa would have starved away long ago.
That doesn't excuse resorting to piracy.
Okay, I guess she's not the steal a loaf of bread to feed your starving family sort.
Hey, it's not like we were doing it for money. We wanted to save Champa.
Those jewels we found are very valuable. We intend to repay each town we borrowed from. Isn't that true? What's the matter with you? You said on the boat that we would repay every last town.
Oh yeah, you're right. We ought to make up amends for what we've done.
Maxting, it's possible to judge family more harshly than they do others. Standards can be half family. True. That's the truth, Grandmother. Can you find it in your heart to forgive your only grandson?
Alright. I'm too old for grudges. What about Brioche?
Oh, we're just going to kick you down the well. What do you say, Brioche? Can you forgive my husband? Yeah, rogues are cool. Maxting, or skewed perhaps, is as good a word, since sometimes it's not that the standards are high so much as weird. Yeah, I get what you mean.
I agree, Brioche. If each town has repaid what was stolen, I see no reason for complaint.
Do you hear that? They forgive you too. That means you can leave Alio with nothing to fear.
I don't know what to say.
You know, you look a little strange.
Oh really?
You haven't caught a cold, have you? Do you have a fever?
What are you talking about?
No, I'm positive. You look flushed too. You'd better lie down before it gets worse.
She worries about me.
Hurry up and get into bed so you can get some rest. Ah, for goodness sake, you don't want to give them your cold, do you? Come on.
So, what brings you to Champa? I mean, you didn't come here to catch Briggs from what I gathered. Well, to be young and foolish again. If you ever need to consult with me on any number of subjects, you're welcome any time. This looks like a weapon. It looks like part of a trident. This is only 1/3 of the whole thing, it seems. Why could it be? Is this the legendary trident of Ankol? I'll hold on to this for you. It wouldn't do you any good like this. I'll keep it safe here. You seem unsure. You don't think I'll pull a fast one on you, do you?
No. Exactly, Maxting. No, we're here mostly to kill your salamander.
Well, that's nice, don't you worry. If you bring me the other 2 pieces, I'll happily rebuild it for you.
There's the other then.
Oh, have you found the second piece, dear? It's magnificent. I'll hold on to this as well. Wouldn't want it getting lost now, would we? Only one to go.
Pardon me?
Well done, you found all 3 pieces of the trident. That means I can begin work reforging the ancient trident of Ankol. At last!
Okay, so where are you going to get the shaft from?
We'll just toss all 3 pieces in here, shall we?
Okay, you're the forging expert.
Just leave it to me. Heart of the earth, fear of the forge's flames, grant me power. That's funny, nothing happened. What's going on? Something's happened. Is that the legendary trident? After all these years, the trident is complete again. But what's making it float like that? Regardless, that trident has been fixed. It belongs to you now, Brioche. Use it well.
So, how do I get myself this trident then?
You guys don't look much like warriors, but you sure are brave to fight your way in here.
I didn't really fight, you know.
Why'd you have to go and tell our barber that we were pirates? I'll bet that really upset her. I just know she's going to yell at us. The waiting is the worst part, next to the yelling.
Ah, boo-hoo. Okay, maybe if I can find Briggs or someone.
It's all my fault. If I hadn't messed with that switch, we'd have gotten everything. At least we got some of the jewels before that stupid switch blocked us off.
Oh, they were the ones who ransacked Treasure Island.
We're gonna wait until Briggs feels better before we go out to sea again. I suppose we went to get the jewels. How'd we gather them with that trap in the way? We really want to make amends, we just need Briggs to get better. I was shocked as the next guy that we couldn't reach those treasure chests. There are plenty of treasures in that island in the middle of the sea. If we get tired of waiting for Briggs, maybe you could come with us. Briggs is just pretending to be sick because he doesn't want to follow up on his promise.
Baby, baby, boo. One of Papa's men touched a trap, and that's why Papa couldn't get all the jewels. Papa, I think you should tell Brioche about that.
Once I'm over my cold, I'm setting out to get more jewels and make amends with Madra and Dahlia. I'm certain there are even more jewels back in that cave. If only I'd taken the chance to grab a few more before the treasure trap blocks our way.
I wonder what's wrong with Briggs. He was feeling so happy and healthy. He doesn't have a fever, and he's not coughing, but he says he's too weak to go out. There's absolutely nothing wrong with Briggs. I just know he's hiding something from me. So yeah, how do I... She wants an item?
All of my training for the single purpose of reforging the ancient trident.
How do I get this trident then? I think I need it. Okay, I'm just gonna look this up instead of worrying about it for ages. Oh, yeah, I'm done. I just needed to cast reveal.
trident seems to have some amazing power. The legends must be true. No matter what you encounter at sea, no monster can stand against you with that trident.
Okay then. Now I guess I just need to work out where to use the tridents. Well, into the mist. Sea of Time. Hold on to that tiller. Do you want us to get swallowed by the waves? I know you're worried, Stuber, but he's doing the best that he can.
Yep, that was an incredibly strong whirlpool, but I doubt it could sink us or destroy the ship.
See, Sheba? There's nothing to worry about. Even if we hit a whirlpool, we should be fine. But still, Piers, can't you show Brioche how to get past the whirlpools and into Lemuria?
Yes, well... What's wrong, Piers? Lemuria's just beyond these whirlpools, isn't it? Yes, I think so.
You think so? Aren't you from Lemuria? Shouldn't you know exactly where it is?
Yes, I'm from Lemuria. I've never had to get back into it before. And besides, the tidal wave carried me out of Lemuria. I didn't come through here. Oh, I see. So that must mean you don't actually know which direction Lemuria is in, do you? Don't be silly. I mean, I just need to get my bearings. That doesn't sound so good. If Lemuria really is beyond these currents, then we'll need to find a way to get through them. And until we do, we won't be getting into Lemuria. Okay, I need to work out how to get past them then. Okay, let's see, Yalom. Where on the map haven't we been? Oh yeah, there was two rocks, so there must be another two. Wait, so there was Gaia Rock, Aqua Rock, Airs Rock, so there must be a Fire Rock somewhere. Maxing suggestion, when distributing attacks, go back to front, so my last 3 attacks can be a quick A button, AAA, or whatever. I'm not sure I follow. Thanks for the posture check. I needed that.
So the initial temptation is to hit the first enemy, then the second, then the third. But if you go first, second, first, the last few decisions are easier. You started doing this because rapidly assigning attacks often messed up for you, and you'd end up targeting the same one twice because you didn't hit D-pad in the right order. Easy to do the first one last so you don't. Okay, I see what you mean. If I select the enemies, I have to move my cursor to target first, then yeah, I don't think there's anything this way. Yeah, that does make sense. Okay, I can sail up here. Okay, these are marginally tougher than other enemies around here, so must be something worth fighting. More gold. Okay, maybe there isn't anything this way after all. Oh hey, we're here. Yeah, a lot of places will let you enter from a different angle if you know, you approach from a different angle. Like, I don't know if you saw earlier, but there was quite a few there was a couple of towns where you had to enter from the south and then exit from the north to get to the other side of them, or vice versa. Okay, maybe we should try Treasure Isle again. Oh yeah, maybe we should go back to Madra and see how they feel about the whole boat thing. We stole the gem from here. I'll pick that up in a minute. I'll try not to pour tea all over myself. Alright, yeah, the plaza. mine goblin. Oh, the mini goblin, rather. Mini goblin these nuts. Never did work out how to get that chest. We just have to finish repairs on that boat we left in Havre. We've already had several meetings already discussing our next course of action. Okay, I guess they're navigating the boat then. Maxing, you wonder how much I'd like or dislike Ultima 4, Quest of the Avatar. I know that one involves, I think I watched a retrospective of the entire Ultima franchise. And I believe that just involves travelling the world and finding a bunch of plot coupons, doesn't it? Stupid idea if I check the window on the east side of the room to see if I can climb through it to get the chest. Oh yeah, I did do that. But I wonder if I can get... Aha! The answer was here the entire time. Nope, I had a better hat. Yeah, basically I just had to walk into the inn, climb to the top, and I came out on the roof and I could hop over from there. Okay. Now, from my first playthrough of this game, which was, well, literally when it came out, so like 20 years ago now, I guess, I'm pretty sure that, there was a sort of like an area where some NPCs told you, we go to all that work getting the ship from Briggs, and now we can't get it to work. I guess the mayor's holding the council to see that I can figure out what's wrong. Is there anything here? Brioche examined the grave but didn't find anything. Max, staying back in a bit, you think you have something important to do? Wife needs snuggles. That is very important. Okay. Trying to rob graves is no use here. Okay, where next then? What's we at? 2 hours 50 minutes. Okay, I'll try visiting the islets, see if there's any anything useful there. Maybe the trick's around here. Hey, can I use sand here? No? Blatant false advertising. When you enter the Sea of Fog, enter the currents from the direction of the red rocks. Then your ship won't be destroyed, but that's not all I know. And it must not even be right. Okay. Enter from the direction of the red rocks. Really is to discover the secret of the red rocks. It was Yep, the great explorer from Yalom. He told me I should fess up. As a sad lineage, 3 generations of sons have sworn their lives trying to pass through the Sea of Fog. Okay. So maybe I should pay Yalom a visit again. ambushed by a bee and it missed its shots anyway. Around here looks knowledgeable about the sea. Our master boatsman Yep died. Now all we have to remember him are the songs he wrote. Oh, okay. Never been to this area before. Hello. Do you want to hear one of the songs Yep wrote? Okay. Here, let me show you. If you want to go to the stars, if you want to go to the stars, go north past the twins, passing the two swells, run diesel twice round the trunk. Haste without waste, head north, head to the east, past 3 to the north. There run round thrice and wait for the waves. When they stop, run north and go to the stars. If you race full of folly and take the wrong way, you'll find yourself in a watery grave. Do you want to hear the second children's song Yep wrote? Okay. If you want to go to the moon, if you want to go to the moon, face west from the stars and run straight past 3 swells, then circle around twice. Haste without waste and head to the south, then 1 swell west. Then run round thrice and wait for the waves. When they stop, run south and go for the moon. If you race full of folly and take the wrong way, you'll find yourself a watery grave. Okay, so now do you want to hear the third children's song? If you want to go to the sun, if you want to go to the sun, face south from the moon and run straight through the 2 swells, then circle twice. Okay. Haste without waste and head to the west, then 6 to the north. They run round thrice and wait for the waves. When they stop, run north and go for the sun. If you race full of folly and take the wrong way, you'll find yourself in a watery grave. That's it. That's all the games we have for the songs. If you want to play some more, just give me a holler. Okay. I guess we'll pay closer attention here next time. And we can go to Lemuria. Max team, that seems exhausting. Yep. And I'll have to somehow remember it. To be fair, I think when I was a kid I did actually write notes based on this and it took me like 5 post-it notes. Hopefully my shorthand's improved in the last few years. Oh, in any case... let's find someone to raid. Pardon me. So, as you'd expect, I'll be back on Wednesday. Thursday, I'll be on Keith's channel for Lancer. which is also going to be my last day off. That's going to be an RP session as the teams meet up and we decide what we're doing for the next half of the license level. And as you know, I love me an RP session. Let's see. We have now Alt Twin playing Hollow Knight Silk Song, so let's give them a raid. Maxting, there's Grand Gobbo Barb. I'm not familiar with who that is. So yeah, hopefully I'll see everyone Wednesday and Thursday, because Keith works very hard on this Lancer stream. And I hope everyone had a good weekend. If not, I hope you have a good week. Oh yeah. Just a reminder, if you want to access the VODs, they're all on my YouTube channel. There's a URL in the chat there. If you're watching the VOD on YouTube, obviously you can't see that chat, so you'll just have to take my word for it. But, you know, you're already on my YouTube channel, so you don't have to worry about it. Oh yeah, I should actually update that message because I don't have to wait 24 hours anymore because Twitch no longer has an exclusivity clause. Unless you're a partner. But yeah. Yep, you have a good one too, Maxting. We are raiding in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And if, by the way, you're watching on the YouTube VOD, 1, is still my favourites. And 2, like, comment and subscribe. I don't really get anything for it, but, you know, it does make me feel, yeah, it just gives me the dopamines. So yeah, bye.